The fog up here doesn't just hide the road. It hides the things that should never have been let out. I thought I was alone on the A93, but the twin lights in my mirror told a much different story. I took the job because I needed the cash. No questions asked. The agency called it a rapid logistics run. All I had to do was drive a sealed crate from Aberdeen to a private clinic deep in the Scottish Highlands. It was January, the kind of cold that feels like needles under your skin. My old SUV wasn't much, but it was reliable, or so I thought when I started the engine at 11 p.m. The road through the Cairngorms is a black ribbon cutting through nothingness. No streetlights, no houses, just endless pines and the haunting silence of the glens. By 2 a.m., the exhaustion started to claw at my brain. The heater was humming a low, hypnotic tune that made my eyelids feel like lead. I needed to stop, just for 5 minutes. I saw a faded sign for a rest stop near Glenshee. It was a desolate patch of gravel surrounded by ancient, twisted trees. As I pulled in, my headlights hit a rusted, dark green van parked at the very edge of the lot. No plates, no lights, just a metal box sitting in the frost. I felt a chill that had nothing to do with the Scottish winter. I stepped out to splash some water on my face in the small stone outhouse. The air smelled of damp peat and something metallic, like old blood. Inside, the flickering bulb cast long, distorted shadows. I heard a thud from outside, the heavy sound of a sliding door. I froze. I waited for a footstep, but there was only the wind groaning through the rafters. I walked back to my car. The green van's engine was idling, a low, rhythmic throb that vibrated in the ground. I couldn't see the driver. The windshield was caked in grime and ice. My gut was screaming at me to run. I didn't lock my car. I dove in and floored it back onto the main road. 5 minutes later, those lights appeared. They weren't just following me, they were hunting me. Every time I sped up, the van matched it. It stayed inches behind my bumper, its high beams blinding me through the mirror. I tried to signal, thinking maybe my crate had fallen out, but then I saw him. The van pulled alongside me on a narrow straight. The driver rolled his window down. He was pale, skin like parchment stretched over a skull. He wasn't looking at the road. He was staring at me, pointing at my rear door with a frantic, trembling hand. He was mouthing words I couldn't hear through the glass. I didn't slow down. I accelerated until my engine screamed. I saw the glow of an all-night petrol station. I didn't just pull in. I drifted the car toward the pumps, honking my horn like a madman. I bolted into the shop, nearly knocking over a massive guy in a high-vis jacket. I pointed at the van that had just crawled into the shadows of the lot. The driver didn't get out. He just sat there, watching. The station attendant, a grizzled old man who had seen too much, walked out with a tire iron. He approached the van. The driver didn't wait. He shifted into reverse and tore out of the lot, but not before the floodlights hit the back of the vehicle. The back doors of that van weren't just scratched, they were dented from the inside. Thick, deep grooves were torn into the heavy steel, and there was a smear of something dark and wet near the handle. The attendant looked at me, his face turning ashen. Whatever was in that van wasn't a cargo. It was something that desperately wanted to be free. I still drive those roads sometimes, but I never stop after midnight. Every time a dark van pulls up behind me, I wonder if those scratches are still there, or if whatever made them finally got out. If you've ever felt like the road was watching you back, tell me your story in the comments. We keep the lights on for a reason here.